Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, and welcome to School of Gold. Today, let's go through a general knowledge quiz. Now, if I go quite fast, remember you can press pause on the laptop or iPad or your mobile phone. And let's see if you get the right answers. Okay, there are 10 questions. Now remember, they are quite tricky. It's general knowledge. So, if you know the answers, that's wonderful. If you don't, it's very, very hard to work out the answers. So, let's see how you go. Question 1. How many minutes are there in 2 hours? How many minutes are there in 2 hours? And the answer is 120 minutes. 60 minutes in 1 hour, 120 minutes in 2 hours. Question 2. Australia. East coast is the Pacific Ocean, surrounded by the eastern side of Australia. On the western side of Australia, what's the ocean called? On the western side of Australia. Pacific Ocean is between the eastern side to Fiji, to Hawaii, to Los Angeles. In America, the western side, it is Indian Ocean. Well done if you got that right. Down below, near Antarctica, below Tasmania, is the Southern Ocean. Question 3. What is the biggest country in the world? By land mass, not by population, by land. The answer is Russia. Russia goes through a few different time zones, actually. It's that big. And it goes through, I think, 2 different continents. Question 4. What are 2 countries that start with the letter P? 2 countries that start with the letter P. Now this is quite tricky. You need to know your countries, know the globe. And if you wrote Paris, you will be incorrect because Paris is a city of France. France is the country. The 2 countries that start with P could be Pakistan, Papua New Guinea, Peru, Portugal. There are lots of countries that start with P. Okay, question 5. What is the language that is spoken in Denmark? The language spoken in Denmark. And I'll give you a clue. An Australian woman has become the princess. And she has spoken this language before to her husband. Okay, she might not know it fluently, but she does speak now a couple of words. The language of Denmark is Danish. Danish. Now, question 6. Now, in the early 1900s, between 1910 and about 1930, 1940, in the Aboriginals, there was a stolen generation, where it became law that the government took away some Aboriginals' families with their kids. Now, some kids actually escaped from their detention centre. Now, they escaped, but they found their way back through down bottom of Australia to the very top on the corner around Northern Territory and Western Australia. They followed a fence. Now, this is a very famous book and a very famous movie. The fence is called what? It's called the rabbit-proof fence. Rabbit-proof fence. Very, very interesting. Look it up on Google. It's a very, very long fence. And a lot of families lived with it or lived next to it. And that's how these children knew where to go. Question 7. What is the population of Australia in 2017? Just in case, I had to say 2017, just in case you looked at it in a few years' time. And it will change because we are going through Australia at the moment a population boom. The population of Australia is approximately 24 million people living in Australia, which is quite small when you compare it to the other countries around the world. Question 8. In ascending order, from smallest to largest, ascending order, put these 3 countries in order in population: China, Australia, and America. 3 countries in ascending order by population. If you wrote China first, that will be incorrect, because China is one of the biggest countries in the world by population. It actually has about 1.1 billion people in the world. That's a lot of people in that country. So, in order from ascending, it goes Australia, 24 million people, United States of America, which has about 330 million people, and China, which has 1.1 billion. Smallest to largest. Descending, D starts going down, largest to smallest. Question 9. 1968. Is that an Olympic year? 1968. Now remember, an Olympic year is every 4 years. Every 4 years. Just remember, the year 2000 was an Olympic year in Sydney. So, how we work it out? 2000 minus 1968, which gives you 32 minutes. 32, is that divisible by 4? The answer is yes. 32 divided by 4 is 8. So yes, it goes evenly. 1968 is an Olympic year. But if I said 1970, no, it won't be. Not all even numbers are an Olympic year, because the year 2000 minus 1970 is 30 years. 30 doesn't go evenly into 4. Question 10. What 3 colours are on the Australian flag? 3 colours are on the Australian flag. Now we know it's blue, but what are the other 2 types of colours? The answer is blue, white, and red. Congratulations if you got that correct. Boys and girls, I hope you enjoyed our general knowledge quiz. And remember, keep on learning. Knowledge is an accumulation of small gains over a long period of time. Take care, and bye for now.